Shalom. This is Brother Shamak. I want to start off by, of course, giving our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom to the elect. And just getting right into it, this lesson is going to be entitled, Be Content, with what you got. And I'm going to just get right into some precepts. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30. And let's start verse 7. Two things have I required of thee. Deny them not before I die. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of my power in vain. All right. So he said, give him neither poverty nor riches, man. All right. When you get this word convenient, feed me with food convenient for me. It's Strong's H2706. Okay. It says statute, ordinance, limit. All right. So we just need our limit in this world. We ain't getting too much, selling our soul for non-convenient riches. You know what I'm saying? And it says something prescribed due, prescribed task, prescribed portion. So we desire a prescribed portion from the Lord. The Lord is going to give us a portion according to our lot. You know what I'm saying? That's okay for us. Action prescribed for oneself resolve. Conditions, right? It says conditions. Appointed bound, right? How the scriptures say, he have appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's talking about Esau, right? But the Lord got the same breakdown for us. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to give us too much, you know what I'm saying, to have, But also, like we just read, he said, give me not too much. Or let's say, he said, it says, give me neither poverty nor riches, man. He said, give me neither poverty, let's become poor and steal. You know what I'm saying? We don't want the Lord to have us, in a situation and condition so low that we, you know what I'm saying, eating leftovers out the trash, you know what I'm saying? And, we don't want the Lord to make us so rich that, you know what I'm saying, the name of the Lord is in vain now. We always treating the name of the Lord like we don't need it because we got all these riches. You know what I'm saying? When somebody gets so rich, it's like they don't need the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The Lord becomes vain in a sense, right? You got all the help you need. You don't need help from the Lord, right? But we know that the Lord is needful in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Us that's amongst the elect. So we ain't gonna serve mammon. This is a book of Philippians. Chapter 4, verse 12. Let's start verse 11. Let's start verse 10. It says, But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me have flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. Right? So we ain't speaking as if we in a state of want, you know what I'm saying? Because we content, you know what I'm saying? We learn to be content. You know, we learn to be, basically like we just read in a blue letter. Be content meaning be we can get it again. Being content meaning you ain't being greedy. You know, you being, there we go, sufficient for oneself. Strong enough of possessing enough to need no aid or support. All right, you possess enough to need, to have enough to get by without support. Independent of external circumstances. Contented with one's lot, with one's means through the slenderest. Right, contented with one's lot or with one's means. You satisfied or you content with you in a way comfortable with your lot and your means, right? Self-complacent, contented. That's it. That's it. All right, so I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So there you go. Like he's saying that he's full as far as he knows how to be hungry and he know how to suffer need. All right, he know how to be full and to be hungry. He know how to both to abound and to suffer need. So you know how to be abased and to be abound. You know how to, you gotta know how to move. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to move in this society. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to move when you got a low level of shekels. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know how to move when you just got paid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna take what's convenient for us. Verse 13, I can do all things through Yahushua which strengthens me. All right, so then now that we're gonna close out with this. All right, we're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Excuse me. Chapter 29. Verse 21. I'm gonna start at verse 20. It says, help thy neighbor according to thy power, and beware that thou thyself fall not into the same, right? So, you know what I'm saying? How you supposed to be able to help somebody if you can't help yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's going into being poor. You know what I'm saying? We asking the Lord to make us not too rich or make us not too poor, unless we steal and kill. You know what I'm saying, for riches. So we gotta be able to help ourselves. You know what I'm saying, and still do what we gotta do for the Lord. So just pay alms and do charity. Verse 21, it says, the chief things for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. So that's the chief things for a man. Right? Food, water, clothes, and shelter, man. You know what I'm saying? That's four things, food, water, clothes, and shelter. That's four things that that's a necessity in your life. Four things that you need in your life to, maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that's pretty much all that we need to be content with. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I'm gonna just close it with that. Lord's willing us edifying to an elect member. The water Yahweh Shah forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Till next time, I say shalom, shalom.